24-year-old Dorian Taylor and 21-year-old Edouard Collier, both of North Carolina. They face multiple charges.
So we got these two kids, spring breakers, right? Being held accused. Accused, that's a powerful word because a lot of people don't understand. They didn't do shit. They accused of raping a woman and killing her. Raping a woman but they got the article saying raping a woman who died. So if she died, right? How do y'all know that they raped her? Then, if you look, they tell you that they were seen entering the hotel with the woman and leaving a half hour later. So you mean to tell me that within a half hour, both of them had sex with her and then killed her? I mean, nah, they didn't say she killed her. They said she died. That's what it says. But they making it seem like they killed her. But if they both had sex with her, which I don't know, they could have probably did, and who knows, but it sounds like they went to her room, she was so drunk and out of it, and she just passed out and went out, and they just took everything they could take and just left. Because that's the only thing they had enough time for. That's stupid. Now, if you look at them, these is not no retarded kids. They know that if they raped her, they're going to leave their DNA, so they didn't rape her. That's just like, you know what I mean? The stupid move, and they know they on camera walking out the hotel. And if they raped her, when they was leaving the hotel, they would have tried to cover their faces, and then they wouldn't know who did it, and when they left or what, and they wouldn't know nothing. So they walked out thinking she was gonna wake up and just being short $2. So that's what really happened, and the public just outraged, and they just trying to make an example of these two kids. You know, now they did do some wrongdoing, and they said they gave her a green pill, and that's whatever they saying. I don't know how they forced them to say that, but they're not explaining it. They didn't give her nothing. She wanted to take something, and because 60% of the kids are on all these kind of pills, all these kind of pills they got out here. They got it's so many pills I can't even name one, but this story sounds like these kids did do some wrongdoing, but it sounds like some bullshit, and they trying to trump the charges up and make it like a public outrage. But now, this story is gonna fade because more facts is gonna come out, and then it's not gonna be. It's a bad case because the woman lost her life, and that's very sad and unfortunate. And I can say, I'm gonna just tell y'all this about me. I was in a situation one time, right? Boom, I'm just walking around my block, but in the shopping area side. And I seen this white girl, and she was so fucking drunk. She was bad. She was pretty. I mean, she was beautiful. She was so drunk. She's walking. She looks at me, and she walks straight, and she walked. You know how the store got glass doors? She walked directly into the glass door, smashed her face. Boom! Then she couldn't even figure out how to open the door. I'm like, wow, this girl is drunk. So then, how did this go? Because I just thought of this story random. So then, so basically, I was going in the store. So I went up to her, and I was like, oh, you all right? Are you okay? Then she like, no. She told me immediately. She's like, her eyes popped up, and she said, no, I'm not okay. And I'm like, oh, what's the matter with you? And she said, I don't know. And then I said, and then me and her was just talking for a second, and I was like, where you coming from? And she was like, somebody gave me something. This is what she told me. And she said, but I got away. But I'm trying to get to Fordham University. I hope one day this girl see this video and she remember this story. So, I was like, oh my goodness, this girl is like, she didn't know where she was at. She was going in the wrong direction, and she just escaped a situation where they gave her some pills. You know what I mean? And then basically, I was in a situation where I could have, took advantage of her. Like, hey, come with me to my house and this and that. And I could have just, you know what I mean, try to use the situation, take advantage of the situation. But hell no, because I was avoiding a type of situation like this. So what I did was I called her a cab, and I waited with her till the cab came. And she got into the cab, and as we was waiting for the cab, we was talking. She was like, she told me that she was from England or London, and she just went to Fordham University. You understand what I mean? Just to go to school, and she was telling me like that, and I was just like, wow. And look at you, you walking around these streets, and if she wouldn't have ran into me, I mean, if she would have ran into anybody else, put it this way, I was just saying to myself, like, thank God she ran into me, because if she would have ran into somebody else, it would have been a totally different outcome. I mean, like, she was subjected to anything. She had a little bit of her senses, but she didn't. So I hope she made it to where she went, was going back to college safely. I got her the cab, they took her back to school, blah, 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 end of story. Now, the reason I brought that up, because those kind of situations was the type of situation these fellas was in. They met somebody and she was obviously intoxicated, and they tried to take advantage of it. So at the worst, this is what they technically did. And then when they got there, she was so drunk, she was irresponsible. She probably, once a person is that drunk, when they lay on the bed, they automatically go to sleep. So she probably hit the bed, automatically fell asleep, bow, knocked out. And then she just probably died, you know what I mean? Because she could have laid the wrong way, or she could have mixed too many different liquors with the pills, and it just caused her to go into a deep sleep, caused a cardiac arrest or whatever situation that happened with her. You know what I mean? That was very unfortunate. So, you know, I say, as far as the guys, they're gonna have to do some jail time, but I don't think they should be charged with murder, and I don't think they should be charged with rape. They should be charged with robbery, and that's about it. They technically didn't do nothing wrong besides make a mistake. And if they slept with her when she was intoxicated like that, you know, it'd be a debate if they should get a rape charge, because you wouldn't know if she consented to sex or not. But in her state of mind, and she was so drunk, she couldn't possibly agree to anything. But it's funny how they put out that statement that she possibly can't agree to anything, but how would they know? So the only thing that's mystery to me is how can they be accused of rape and nobody know? And how can they assume that she was so drunk that she wouldn't agree to anything? Who gave them this information? Beats me. But my shouts go to those brothers. I hope y'all got some good attorney and y'all family stick with y'all do this. And peace.